Hey guys, it is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. You're tuned into IFYL, Inspirations for Your Life. I am so glad that you have popped in with us on another fantastic evening for another great show. Yes, another great show that I know you guys are gonna, how can I say, really enjoy because we're wrapping up a week of a show that I think has been pretty amazing. And now we're going to get into, I guess, the final round and making sure everybody understands, what we've been talking about and just some last minute pointers. So before I do that, I just want to say thank you to everyone who's been here. If you're new here and you're watching us, well, grab your smartphone, please, and go ahead and launch that camera app and then point it over the QR code like so. Touch the yellow lips and you'll get my link tree. All right, pretty easy to do. If you're not actually watching us and you're listening, go to believemeachieve.com for more of my great creations. So I'll have to tell you that we again have a great show. And whether you're listening to us at 12 noon, 12 midnight, 6 a.m., 6 p.m., 4 a.m., 4 p.m., or whatever time you're watching, thank you so much for making Inspirations for Your Life a daily part of your motivation. And our topic, Become Positive and Change Your Life. Show 26, episode 7. You know, we start on a Saturday with a brand new master topic and we roll all the way through the week and we finish up on a Friday. Yes, that's what we do. So we have a great show here tonight, as I was mentioning to you. And we're going to talk a little bit about how this is going to work. But the most important thing is that we are, ladies and gentlemen, in case you guys did not know, and this is pretty important. Yes, we are in our show series number 2, show 26, episode number 7. So definitely pretty cool here, ladies and gentlemen. And I know we've been talking about positivity all week. And I know you might be saying, well, gee, John, what else can we say about positivity? Well, we can say an awful lot. But tonight, we're going to talk about positive and negative. So we all know that wherever our thoughts are going, that's where the energy is going to flow. Now, if we think about our positive and negative thoughts, we know that positive thoughts will actually flow very well, and negative thoughts will kind of block things. All right, so let's compare that, which I thought would be really cool, to a battery. So a battery has a positive side and a negative side. All right. So when you connect a wire from the positive side and one to the negative side, and you take that and you connect that to a light, a bell, or something else, it will cause the current to flow within the battery. Okay, pretty cool. And we had thought for a long time that energy flows from positive to negative, but actually it flows from negative to positive. So unlike positive and negative in our life, we need negative in the battery. We need that other side. And in our lives, do we need negative? Well, while we're learning, we need it because we need to have a course correction, an adjustment. And so if we compare it to a battery, we know that they both flow. But in our lives, negative thoughts cause us to block, causes us to step back, causes us to not be able to grow, causes us to become frustrated, disappointed, and a plethora of other thoughts, feelings, and emotions that are just not making us feel good inside. So think of the battery, okay? Yes, don't be unhappy that we have a negative side to us because sometimes we need to have that so we have a barometer or let's say a benchmark as to where not to be so that we can adjust. So if you took a glass of water, for example, and you were to pour it, right? And you don't want it to get above a certain line, well, you have the line. Is the line negative? Well, the line is your marker. If you get above the line, well, that's negative. You got to come down so that you could be right on the line. Positivity, battery. Our thoughts will actually flow wherever our energy is going to go. So let's say it again. So our energy is actually going to, and our energy is actually going to be part of our body, and our thoughts are going to go. So wherever our thoughts are going to flow, that's where our energy is going to go. Wherever our thoughts are going to flow, that's where energy goes. And you might be saying to me, "Hey, John, I'm not a negative person, but sometimes I get negative." And that's perfectly okay because no one expects you to be positive 24/7. I mean, you have to learn, you have to adjust, right? And there might be situations that cause you to be not yourself. It's perfectly normal. So, why does being positive help me more? All right. So, we talked about the fact that being positive will make you feel much better. It'll improve your health, right? We talked about that. We talked about that when you're positive, your creative juices flow, right? You're more productive. But why is that? Okay, so to go back and kind of explain what we talked about the other day, is that in our brain, we have something called dopamine. Okay. And so when we are positive, dopamine releases. Let me say that again. When we are positive, dopamine releases. And when dopamine releases, it gives us a natural high. Okay. It gets released into our bloodstream and it plays a big role in the fight or flight syndrome. So, if let's say we had a situation that wasn't going well, if we have a lot of we have some dopamine that's being pushed to our bloodstream, we're going to be a lot more passive. We're going to be a lot more easygoing. I don't know about you, but if you've ever tried to play the game Operation, all right. So Operation is this game and has all these different funny names for different bones in the body, including organs and whatnot. And you have these pair of tweezers, okay? And if you touch the tweezer to any part of the metal, which is around the area, so you have to basically squeeze them very carefully and go in there and just pick up the little piece and not touch the sides. And then so you have to open it just a little bit and then close it just a bit, take it and then put it. And then you can keep going for different things. And then you keep going until the buzzer goes off and then the next person has to go. So when we think about that, I hope that can help you to understand that our body responds better to positivity. So if we were doing that and we were all day, oh my gosh, I'm never going to do this. I can't do this, or oh, this is terrible. You're going to like shake, or you're going to be like, you before you even start, you're going to hit the buzzer, right? But when you calm down and when you just relax and when you're happy, okay, and when that dopamine releases, it's like, wow, this is easy to do. I didn't know how easy this would be. It's not that the task got easier or harder. It's that you adjusted or adapted to the situation by becoming more in the flow. So when we release dopamine, we're more in the flow. We're more living in the present. So being positive allows us to smell the roses, taste our food, enjoy the relationship, just be amazed by the wonderful scenery, right? But it does take time, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't happen overnight. And I think a lot of people expect that things are just going to happen like in 24 hours. They don't all happen in 24 hours. I've gotten news for you. So wherever our thoughts are going, that's where the energy is going to flow. That's it. Pretty easy. And when we release dopamine in our body, it really causes things to be amazing, right? It causes things to be quite amazing. Now, what does it mean when we talk about um, being part of something. I think what it means is that we are able to we're able to figure things out, okay? And we're able to figure them out in a very unique way, a very unique way. And that unique way is able to help us get a different perspective in life. And if we get a different perspective in life, we're going to see the glass half full instead of half empty, right? And that's going to happen. Excuse the dog barking. So, being home right now, and unfortunately, my neighbor actually got a brand new dog. And this dog like barks so much. So, to keep this positive, the one thing is that, the dog is excited. And so that's a good thing. So, positivity meaning that, you know, um, we can focus on the fact that I have amazing hearing. So that's obviously a great thing, right? So we can look at a positive situation in many different ways. I mean, many different ways, right? But why is it that sometimes things are not as positive as you want? I think it's because we expect things to be a certain way. We expect them to be a certain way. And if we expect them to be a certain way, that could be a problem, right? If we expect them to be a different way, that could be a problem. So, how does this work for you? I would tell you that people don't quite get it until they run into a problem, right? They are trying to understand something in their life, okay? And so, what does that mean? It just means that you as a person have this view of the way you believe things are going to be. That's what it comes down to. And if you can understand that, then I believe that you'll be able to look at things in the most positive way. So I said to you before that our thoughts, wherever our thoughts go, that's where the energy is going to flow. Wherever our thoughts go, that's where the energy is going to flow. And if we understand that, then we know that we are directly related to the outcome we have. Now, you might not want to agree with that, but you are responsible for it. You might say, well, John, I didn't cause that. I didn't cause that. Well, maybe you didn't cause it directly, but indirectly it did because, see, your positivity causes us to seek out more positive things. Negativity causes us to seek out negative things. That makes sense? So it is beneficial to be positive. So the last thing I want to cover tonight is how the heck do you know, John, whether you're positive or negative? You wait for other people? No. You can tell whether you're positive or negative. Okay, you can tell. And the way you can tell is how you feel. How you feel. You feel a certain way, and when you, let's say, do something, it will change who you are, right? I will tell you that it can be challenging. It can be challenging because you want it to be a certain way, but it's not. Okay. And when it's not the way you perceive it, it's like you suddenly don't understand. Does that make sense? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I am John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur, and I want to let you know that your thoughts create your reality. Your thoughts will be directly impacted by how you feel. So if you feel good, you're positive. If you're doing something and you don't feel good about it, you're not positive. If you're helping yourself, you're positive. Helping others, you're positive. So can you do something and not feel positive? Yeah. Like if you help somebody and you don't want to help them, then you don't feel positive, but yet you're doing a positive thing. So there's positive as opposed to what you feel and what other people feel, right? So you kind of balance that. And you should always do things that you want to do because you want to do them, not because other people want you to do them. So we've learned a lot this week. Positivity is the key to keeping us healthy. It's the key to a better life, more creativity, more relationships, and more everything. And why wouldn't you want to be positive? Because being positive just allows us to go with the flow. And as we know from before, wherever our thoughts are going to go, um, that's where the energy's going to flow. All right. I'll see you guys on another Inspiration for Your Life show real quickly. But I want to thank you for coming tonight. And I also would invite you to please like, love, and support uh, the channel by commenting below, tag your friends, colleagues, and associates, share this out with everyone you know on social media. Go to my YouTube channel, John Space C Space MLAY Space Serial Entrepreneur. Look for that key phrase, help keep our content free. Make the choice, ladies and gentlemen, to buy my team and I a cup of coffee, a bowl of fruit, a savory dessert plate, and we'll invest those pennies and dollars into new hardware, new technology, new equipment, new software, even new facilities, to give you the most jaw-dropping motivational content to empower you to be the best version of yourself. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow because I've got a brand new master topic, and I know you can't wait to hear what I'm going to be sharing. So have a good one, everyone. Feel free to rewatch these as many times as you want because we got a lot of priceless nuggets. And remember, any situation can be seen as positive or negative. How are you going to choose to see the situations in your life? Take care and have a wonderful night.